angels, welcome back to my channel. So we are going to be looking at the next key that you need, or that is going to unlock the next piece of knowledge that you need at this time. I don't know how I just said that, but we're going to roll with it. Okay, so we have pole 1, pole 2 and pole 3. Check the thumbnails if you want to see clearer images, and please subscribe, like and comment. Okay, pole 1, you are the 7 of Pentacles. So we're going to take a look at the update on your progress, what keys you're going to be unlocking, what knowledge you are unlocking at this time. Okay, so firstly, I feel like you're on track to achieve something. This is something that is long term, or this is something that you've really been putting your energy towards. If it's not a project or a career situation, money goals, okay, then I feel like it is something that you want long term. But either way, there is a lot of longevity coming into your life. Now, the first thing I'm hearing, like key number 1, right? You need to be aligning with things that are long term for you. Don't short breadcrumb yourself, okay? I don't care what the situation is. I don't care what you've been through, right? But know that you do not deserve short energy. So don't move into a job if it doesn't feel right. Learn to move into the vibration of you. That is one thing I want to say. Because when you do that, you actually attract opportunities that are right for you, rather than opportunities that are not yours, that are just going to put you around in this circle. And whether you go for these opportunities or not, they're never going to work out, because it's not the energy of you. Get into the vibration of you, because that is how you're going to create long-term success. Now, there is a lot of money ahead of you, but I feel like we are pivoting your energy. So it's either that you have had already a successful past, or like you're very good at saving here. I see someone that is going to need a saving goal or has a saving goal, and you are going to hit it. Keep affirming that you are going to save. Others of you, it is time for you to put your energy towards something that actually brings you the recognition or the goal that you want. Okay, Page of Swords, we're looking to learn at this time. We're looking to pivot our energy. We're looking to step out of what we've always known, because there is something that is okay for you right now. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's just like where you're at, but you know, on a vibrational level, spiritually, something's changing in the air. Okay, it is time for a new era. Pluto in Aquarius. It is time for change to be made. You've made money the way you've made money up until now, but you're bored, or you're stopping yourself from achieving anything more because of fear. It is time to get aligned. And I'm feeling this energy of yes. I don't know if someone needs to hear that energy. Someone needs to hear the word yes. But you need to start setting your sights on new things. Be open towards opportunities at this time, even if it stems from an opportunity that you already have. Again, like the energy of a tree and its branches. The roots are the roots, right? The trunk is the trunk, but the branches, they ascend in different locations. So it's almost like a puzzle piece is what I see. So what is the key here? What is the next piece of knowledge? You're going to be on the lookout for something new, or you're going to start to change your energy. This could also be towards a relationship as well, is what I feel. You've been wanting to know about the future of a relationship or the future of something, whether it is career or not. And I feel like you're a bit curious to like what is going on. But you need to know right now there are greater energy and greater spirits and just universal energy at play here. And I feel like you are being called to pivot from that energy at this time. Okay, that is just what I feel. So you do have the Moon card. I feel like a lot of different options are going to start to come out for you when it comes to things that you want to move into at this time. 7 of Pentacles, but you're going to need to leave something behind, or you need to be open, because I feel like you're being a bit stubborn. Taurus energy is coming through. or you need to look at your moon sign at this time. Like, there is a deeper expression that is needed around your path. It's almost as if, like, even for some of you, Pearl One, the eggs are all in the basket, but it's like you need like a different piece of information in order to move forwards. And I feel like part of that information is the unknown. You need to be trusting at this time, but it also is about having options is what I feel. The Temperance, you need to be patient. Okay, so I feel like the key is going to be revealed to you. They're not telling me the full picture here because you need to be patient. It's probably not the right time that I'm doing this video, so maybe we'll do a part 2 when it feels right. But the update on the progress that you need to know at this time, the update on your knowledge is you need to be open. You're working through a lot of unhealed feelings, especially when it comes to either a project, something physical, or a person, okay? You're feeling a bit imbalanced within, and I feel like the new moon, this is timeless, but we do have a new moon in Sag coming up in my current timeline, or around a full moon. There is going to be an opportunity to really change your path here. But your path is not completely open because you're not open at this time. Does that make sense? So there is something new that needs to come of this situation that you're stuck in. Whether it be a relationship, whether it be career, whether it's just life. If you want more in life, you have to be open. But you keep doing something, or you keep building something that, yes, in one hand is successful, but it's like you're not really happy, but you're not really moving either. Parrots are coming in. There's a lot of communication coming in around you from birds, from a lot of like, yeah, birds. Birds are the only animals that can fly in the sky, right? I don't know. Aeroplanes as well, maybe. Moths. I just looked at Pile 3's card. Some of you may need to watch Pile 3, but moths, butterflies. I feel like, yeah, you see how that energy just came to me. That is how it's going to feel when it comes to you getting the answers that you seek. They are going to come to you when you're open. But if you're holding on to something and you're like, I don't want to shuffle this deck. This is what I know, this is my safety. Then how are you ever going to evolve or change? And I do sense a Tower moment is going to come for you, okay? I say come for you, but yeah, it's going to come for you. There is going to be changes that need to be made. But there is also this excitement that is going to come within you. Kind of like, you know, when you see your favorite food and you're like, fuck yeah, like it's time for me to eat. That is how it's going to feel like. So your guidance at this time around this new knowledge that you need to be focusing on is releasing burdens. I saw the Ten of Wands, King of Swords. You need to start moving smartly. You need to start moving in your best interest. You need to start developing your skills, putting the time into work on yourself. Because yeah, here's the thing. When we're stuck, it's like being open is just one thing. But when we're continuously in the same routine, building the same empire that is proven time and time again, it's not making us happy. It is not working for us. If we don't give ourselves that space that they're talking about with the Temperance, if we don't give that chance for us to evolve or to have a bit of critical thinking moments, some of you are going to start to feel confused about your path, but you need to, because that is how we find clarity. If you don't ever want to upgrade your energy, King of Swords, to actually tap into your intellect, your true power, your voice, then how are you going to evolve? And I'm seeing this card kind of looks like the shape of a keyhole, and it's like the sword is the key is what I just saw in my vision. And I see this lion's mane around you. It is going to be your presence. You're gaining a bigger role in this. Again, do not short breadcrumb yourself. Do not sit in one place because it feels comfortable. Be willing to walk a slightly different path, because when we do so, it opens up truthfully what we need. You're holding on to the past here, Two of Wands. Even with a person, like if you're not giving someone breathing space, or you're not allowing someone to even, you know, process their feelings, I just smelled like aftershave or cologne. Okay, some of you Lucifer's coming through, or there is a deity around you that wears a lot of cologne, like very strong. But it's like, if you don't give yourself this opportunity to really fall apart, right? It says falling apart on this card, fall apart, for you to step into the unknown, literally, like I'm saying, then how are you going to get this new idea or inspiration? How are you ever going to feel ignited? And sometimes when we constantly are pedaling on the same bike, it's like, damn, am I going to step off it and take a break? Am I going to allow myself anything new? And I even feel like my posture just lifted then. It's like, yeah, I'm the fucking leader now. Now I know what I need to understand. Give yourself time to process. Okay, you're shifting. That is the key for you. It is all about you processing before you get that knowledge. Get into the presence and power of you. I love and appreciate you, Pearl 1. I hope that was helpful. Okay, Pearl 2. You are the moon card, I think. Yeah, you're the moon card. So right off the bat, honestly, this is giving me major Hecate energy, okay, or Hecate for some of you. And I do need to do a video with her. Someone did ask me, and it took a bit of like processing. I feel like I just got the confirmation that I can do a video dedicated around her. But I do feel like she's really coming through, and if it's not Hecate, then it is the presence of the moon and the moon cycles. It is stepping into this new profound change, being willing to be open, being willing to shift. But I do feel like she is coming through here, okay? Her dogs are messengers at this time. So I feel like the key for you that you are going to unlock is the knowledge itself. I feel like partly is what I'm seeing is experience is coming through for you. You are going to gain keys to knowledge or gain the next like process moving forwards by experiencing. You're going to start to get the urge to do things differently, whether it be a routine, a lifestyle change, whether it is to take a step back or to take a step forwards. I heard the word steak then, okay? I don't know if that means like eating steak. What I saw was like a steak, like a vampire steak, okay? Cancer energy, okay? So there is a lot of like emotional shifts happening, but also a lot of intuitive energy. So you're going to learn by taking the time to honor through a goddess, whether it be Hecate or not, but you have a chance to deepen your relationship with yourself and a deity or goddess. Again, it is going to be different for everyone, okay? Even if it is like honoring the moon itself, one of the things like one of my friends said, which is beautiful, was that she honored the planets. And I never honored planets before I met her, but like you can actually see like the moon or see Saturn as a deity or a god or a goddess. And I think that's very powerful. So maybe working on Mondays, okay, the power of the moon on Mondays, the mother energy as well coming through. But this is all about self-image and how you uphold yourself through experience. What I'm seeing is that you have always been stuck in a cycle because of other people, for one, but because of where you were taught to be. You were not taught to be unknown, okay? If we think of Hecate, she being like the boundless energy and potential, you are the boundless energy and potential as well. You are limitless, but you have been limited to the crossroads a little bit. It's almost like you've been tied up. You haven't been able to make decisions on your own. But now this is about you stepping up, you stepping out, and you deciding, yeah, like I actually want to do this, but I was taught I wasn't allowed. So different habits when it comes to eating, there is a lot of changes. But step one is making the change. It is choosing to walk on a different path. And I'll say this and I'll always say this, but when I first actually started to do things different and just change something simple, it like the first thing I did was walk to a place I was scared to walk to. But also, sometimes when I crave change, I would just walk a different way home, or I'd walk on the other side of the path. Literally simple changes can open up this potential or this like new adventure within you. And I feel like you have to kind of get out of this limitation of self, because whether you still feel limited by people is one thing, but you have the power of self now, is what I'm hearing. So in some way, shape or form, you have your power, even if it's the tiniest thing, even if it's I live at home in a strict household, but what I am allowed to do is have a phone. Like, it's something, you know what I mean? But it's time for you to like get off that limitation. So you're going to be looking at the truth within self. How can I make changes? And I feel like the goddesses of the crossroads of the moon are really bringing and purging out this energy within you. But it's not so much like, I don't feel like it's all darkness. Like, yes, you will have to do some shadow work and you will have to walk through darkness. If this is the first time you're doing this, then yes. But if you have already like mastered a lot of shadow work and you're now just in a place of pivotal change, then this is really about like, okay, like alchemizing from this to actually choosing this. It can be a lot simpler than it sounds. This card wants to come out. Yeah, it is a shift. It is letting go of what you don't need to hold on to anymore. It is literally just a decision. That is what you're starting with. 10 of Pentacles. Are you kidding me? It starts with a decision. So it's like, if you don't want to do something anymore because you find it boring, or actually I don't want to overeat, or I don't want to undereat, I want to change my lifestyle, I want to get up earlier. Like, it starts with something. The smallest of things, and it can create a different path for you. Some of you maybe go and work with Loki as well, because he can be chaotic, but king of chaos, king of let's walk a different path, and he'll help you do it quickly as well, is what I've noticed. If you're not in your ego and you're also okay with how fast it's moving. None of us usually are, but I feel like things are going to change very quickly when you start to realize the power is within you to shift. It is something that you have the power to change. The Magician. Okay, you see how easy things are going to become, like how easy these cards are shuffling out, because it's like, I understand what the problem is. 8 of Swords. I understand that I've been holding myself back because I'm scared of moving into the unknown. Okay, so now I have an option. I have a crossroads. I can either stay stuck or I can create a new change. Maybe the change is I just do what I'm scared of. Or maybe it's that I work on my confidence so I can do what I'm scared of. And when you do, so comes the change. Now I can affirm, wow, like, yeah, I am very business orientated. I am the CEO. I am worthy of money. I can create a community and a life that I love. And you see how quickly the changes are going to come in. Now I am the alchemist. You see, period. Maybe I should do a video on alchemy. That idea just came through. But you see, if I didn't change things up today by doing something that was very small and insignificant, I wouldn't have had that breakthrough. Okay, 3 of Swords. It comes with a lot of deep truths. Maybe some heartbreaks. Maybe some having to let go of people. But you are able to do so if you trust yourself. Okay, I love and appreciate you, pile 2. I will see you in the next one. Okay, pile 3, you are the Ace of Cups. So hear me out. I feel like, I know this is the Ace of Cups. This can talk about fulfillment, self-fulfillment, love coming in. But I feel like you're about to open up this portal of energy, of love, but for so many different things. I was just thinking about something that I personally love. Like, after I film this video, I'm going to continue to read a book that I'm reading right now that I really, really love. And it kind of created this excitement within me. And I feel like this is kind of the vibe for you, right? Page of Wands. It is about like 5 of Cups. ending this suffering of life and seeing life as half fulfilled. With the Ace of Cups, the key for you to moving forwards is by noticing how beautiful things are in your life that you already have and that you already love. It is by allowing love to come in through small things, through small changes, through a friend that supports you. Just saying like, hey, thanks for supporting me during this time, or thanks for thinking of me. Or maybe it's like, thank you for this present moment of reading this book that I really love. And I feel like you are really pioneering into this vibration of love. But with the Five of Cups, you have been stuck in a lot of this like anger and frustration and sadness and why is my life not working out? And I feel like just take a second to process is what I'm seeing. So I feel like this is what they want to do. A key to knowledge that you can use to move forwards right now, what you're learning, is by tapping into yourself, by tapping into like a space of mindfulness. Some of you have a chalice for a goddess, is what I'm hearing, or you need to get one. You can use what you have, but I see it's honored. I don't know which deity this is, but I see a chalice on an altar, okay? Especially with this Ace of Cups. But it is this energy of rebirth with the moth as well. Like a rebirth of life. That is like what you're learning at this time. The Hermit. You're learning that these isolating periods actually bring you a lot of fulfillment. So I can't remember which pile I was saying this for. Maybe it was the previous video I did as well. But there is something around this Hermit energy. And like when you take the time to really just sit in solitude and to actually look at where you're at, to allow yourself space, you can gain the knowledge by tapping into your vibration, by just giving yourself a moment to relax, or to, like I'm seeing, like I felt like I wanted to just, like I felt a bit chill then. So I don't know if someone sits with a blanket here, but giving yourself a moment to process the injustice and how that has actually gotten you to this place to change your life. You need to start looking at things on a deeper level, whether it be emotional healing to find this fulfillment in your life, or by just tapping into the present moment and being grateful. And not just like, oh, be grateful for what you have, because I get it. When I used to hear that all the time, that used to piss me off. Not because I wasn't grateful, but it was like it created more guilt than anything. But it's when I finally understood, it was, wow, like in this moment, I may not have this, but actually I have this. So one of the things that I'm actually going to bring up is, I think it was last year, right, when I left my retail job. I basically, long story short, didn't have a lot of money, couldn't afford lash glue. But the previous year, I had bought lash glue. It was a different type of lash glue. Didn't use it once though. And when I ran out of that energy, it made me look at what I had around me. When I couldn't afford something basic, it made me look around and see like, okay, can I use something around me to just stick on a fucking pair of lashes, right? And lashes at that point in time were more important to me than anything, because it just gave me a sense of me. But when I actually looked at that, what I had around me, I realized like, wow, I can use this. And I used it and it worked. And it came in as a savior. And it was like, okay, I'm reusing something that I already have. So a lot of the times we look at what we don't have, or we look at our life as being half full. But what do you have around you in your present moment? I want you to think of your life as a story. Everyone has their own story in their own book, and it's written differently. But what do you have in your chapter that allows you to get the job done, or allows you to create change, allows you to get to the next chapter? What do you have around or within you? Because you all have something. It may not be exactly what you want, but regardless of the injustice that you face, you have something. And that is how you create your fulfillment on a daily basis. That is how things start to become truly grateful, because you're like, okay, I don't have this, but I have this, and that is how I'm going to make it work. And a lot of the times we look at the finished project because of social media, but what about the unfinished project? What about what we have to build that thing? Okay, I don't feel like I need to shuffle more for you, but I'm gonna just pull 2-3 more. So the key here, what is the key of knowledge that you're going to receive? Yeah, you're going to start to see who you truly are. So I feel like there is something around love coming in here right now. I don't know if you feel let down by love, by people, by support. You don't feel supported in general because of the injustices that you faced. You're really stuck in your head at this time. Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom of that deck as well. But again, it is about like, yes, I'm overthinking about this, but let me take a step back to reflect. What is the bigger picture here? What is my saving grace? What is my spiritual message that I'm receiving? I used to look at everyone else like, damn, like, how do you receive so many great spiritual messages, but like all I get is an angel number? But in those moments, it was noticing that that angel number was the message I was receiving. And the more that you pay attention to it, the more the universe gives you the best signs. Like, my spirit team give me the best signs because I'm acknowledging that is how I learn, through what I have around me. I don't always know the energy of the future, but I know the energy of right now where I'm at. So I feel like Queen of Cups, you are going to become your fulfillment. You are going to find your chalice in life. I just had the biggest breakthrough. You are going to have the chalice. You're going to find your cup to make it happen, your cup that is the motivation. Whether it's self-love, whether it's love for yourself, whether it is just understanding I am successful. The Fool card is here. A new beginning. And when you understand that you are successful, you are going to get where you need to be. But if you don't realize who you are, then how are you ever going to move forwards into something greater? Because if you are constantly looking at life as what can I get next, when you get that thing, or if you do get that thing, let's say you do manifest it, are you still going to feel the same within your heart space? What is the lesson that has been learned? Okay, I love and appreciate you. I hope that was helpful.